Hi team, another workout here for you today. These ones are our 1 minute and change workouts. So basically we have three different options. We've got our advanced, our intermediate and our beginner. And from there you'll have a slight variation of exercises. And how it's going to work is you'll undertake the exercises and complete as many reps as you can within 1 minute. When your timer beeps, you'll move directly into the next exercise. There's no changeover or no rest in between exercises. You move immediately from one exercise to the next, and then as you've completed a few sets, you'll get a whole rest set. So for our advanced and our intermediate, the time is 1 minute. So we'll move from, say for instance for our advanced, 1 minute of squat jumps, 1 minute of plank, 1 minute of burpees, 1 minute of ankle touches, followed by a whole 1 minute of rest. Our advanced will complete that 4 times through, so taking a total of 20 minutes. All right, let's have a look at our three different options with our advanced, intermediate and beginner and the exercises contained. We'll run through the exercises. A lot of them you've already seen in previous videos or our fitness test. We'll go through some of them again quickly, and the ones you haven't seen, we'll show you how to do it. We'll start off with our advanced. It's going to be a squat jump, followed by plank, followed by burpees, followed by ankle touch. Now for our squat jump. A squat jump is a squat with a jump on the end. So if I show you now, I'll turn side on and show you how I'd undertake a squat jump. I'm going to set myself up the exact same way as I would with a squat. My feet just wider than my hips. I'm going to have my tummy tight, I'm going to have my arms up, and I'm going to bring my self backwards behind my heels. I'm going to squat down. See, from there I undertook a squat. At the top I jumped. Often what we see with squat jumps is people have this idea they need to touch the ground. What that forces them to do is bend their back and put themselves in a dangerous position. So for instance, often we'll mention squat jumps. This is what we see. See there, I wasn't in a safe position. It wasn't a strong squat followed by a jump. So I want you not to worry about touching the ground. I want you to squat as deep as you can, comfortably, and then at the top, simply jump. Once again, in the squat, same principles as we explained previously. Simple squat, arms up, down, at the top, I'm going to jump. And once you get started, get a few reps out without having to stop. Next one, we've been through this before with our plank. We're going to make sure, nice and flat, tummy tight, glutes tight. We've got a straw in our belly button, sucking it in through there, keeping our position with our elbows under our shoulders. Next one's my favourite, the burpees. Burpees basically for our advanced, we're going to go from the top position to the ground and back up. So if I start from here, I'm going to bring myself down to the ground, jump back, flat on the ground. As I come up, feet up, jump in the air. Now with the burpees, if you're quite competent and confident, you may undertake them quick like this. But also, we're just looking for you to shift your body weight from the ground into the air. So I'm happy for you to, need be, and if this is safer and makes you more comfortable, step back to the ground, flat, back up, stepping up, at the top, and jump. Either variation, make sure you do something you're comfortable with and that challenges you as well. Our next exercise we're looking at is our ankle touches. We're going to need something soft for our back, maybe an exercise mat. Laying on the ground, our knees bent with our feet flat on the ground, tummy tight. We're going to have our chin in a position that's similar to the distance of the tennis ball. Our arms are down our sides, and we're going to move a bit like a penguin. So from here, we're going to rotate, just touch our ankle, side to side. side to side, touching our ankles, focusing on our abs and especially our obliques, really working it through the sides of our stomach. So these are our ankle touches. Notice my chin is in a strong position. It's not curled over, it's not back. There's an imaginary tennis ball under my chin, in tight. My arms are in a strong position. My tummy's tight to make sure I use it. Rotate from side to side. So they're the exercises for our advanced workout. Now we'll have a look at the intermediate. All right, so that was our advanced. Let's have a look at our intermediate. Pretty much the same. There's not much changing today. First one, instead of doing our squat jump, we're going to do a star jump. So I want you to stand with your feet just wider than your hips, and you're going to out, together, out and together. So our feet become wider and our arms touch at the top at the same time, back. Undertake those star jumps for me. That is replacing the squat jumps in our intermediate workout. Next you have a plank, the same as the advanced. Next you have burpees, slightly changed. Instead of going to the ground for the burpees, we're going to simply come to the top of the push-up. So from here, we're going to come down on the ground to this position. That's where we're going to end. And then we're going to bring ourselves back up and jump. Once again, if you can't jump down or you're not flexible enough to touch the ground, step back. Bring yourself to this position and jump up. Do whatever's comfortable. Make sure once again you challenge yourself. Lastly, we use our ankle touches, the same as we did for the advanced workout. Alright, so you've seen our advanced and you've seen our intermediate. Beginner follows the same principles, a few changes with the exercises, and a little bit more rest. We're going to replace the squat jumps and star jumps with chair sits. So like you may have done in your fitness test, we're going to, for here, I've set up a box behind myself and I'm just going to do the exact same movements as I would for a squat, feet just wider than my hips, my tummy tight, my chest up, bringing my hips behind my heels, and I'm going to, with my arms up, sit down. I can pause for a moment, and I can come back up. Down again, pause for a moment, come back up. If I don't want to pause, I can go down, touch, and come back up. Do whatever's comfortable for you. Make sure it's challenging you. Second, we're going to use plank. Exact same as our advanced and our intermediate. Now remember, you do have the option of using the plank on your knees. And if you've been doing that now for a few weeks, maybe try a little pulse up on your toes, even for a few seconds. On your knees, up onto your toes for as long as you can, back down to your knees. Up onto your toes for as long as you can. That's going to build up that strength. After our first 2 rounds, we'll then have a round of rest. Next, move into our push-ups. We've done plenty of push-ups so far. In the beginners, you guys have the option of doing them on your knees, but also using our wall push-ups, which we've demonstrated and been through before. Following our push-ups, we're going to our ankle touches, once again, like our advanced and our intermediate, and then we're going to follow with a set of rest. So, to bring it all together, our advanced and our intermediate will start from exercise A, the squat jump or the star jump. They'll have a timer set for 1 minute. With no rest, this timer will beep every minute. Undertake squat jumps or star jumps for as long as, undertaking as many reps as they can in that minute. Once it beeps, immediately move into plank. Once that's beeped, immediately moved into burpees. Once that's beeped, immediately moved into ankle touches. And once that's beeped, have a rest for 1 minute. We're going to complete that 4 times. It's going to take you a total of 20 minutes. Our beginners here, instead of 1 minute, they'll undertake 30-second sets. But it's the exact same setup. 30 seconds on chair sits. Once that beeps, straight into plank. Then straight into a rest set. Then straight into push-ups. Then straight into ankle touches. Then straight into a rest set. Our beginners are going to undertake that component 3 times. So that'll take a total of 9 minutes. And once our beginners have completed that, they'll rest for 2 minutes, then undertake the whole task again, which will total 20 minutes, like our advanced and our intermediate workouts. We use this type of circuit regularly at Forge Fitness. We play around with the different exercises, and we even play around with the interval times. Sometimes it's 1 minute on, sometimes it might be 30 seconds or 45 seconds on. Have a go at this workout this week, and then next week, if you're looking for something to do, maybe use the same system, but play around with the exercises. Let me know how you go.